This video is going to be highlighting the importance of wastewater treatment for sanitation and hygiene purposes. So what exactly is wastewater treatment? Wastewater treatment is generally defined as a process which removes and eliminates contaminants from wastewater and converts this into a clean effluent that can be returned to the water cycle. More specifically, wastewater treatment in terms of sanitation and hygiene treats household waste liquids from toilets, baths, kitchens, sinks, and so forth. So how it works. There are three main steps in wastewater and sewage treatment: the primary step, the secondary step, and the tertiary step. In the primary step, sewage gets stored into a basin where solids, also known as sludge, can settle to the bottom, and lighter substances can rise to the top. The sludge layer is removed and goes to a sludge digestion process, and the remaining liquid is sent to secondary treatment. In the secondary treatment, dissolved and suspended biological matter is removed, often using microorganisms like aerobic bacteria in a controlled environment. In tertiary treatment, the water is further cleaned before being discharged back into the environment. There are several methods that can be used to purify sewage during this step. Some of these methods are sand filtration, lagooning, treatment by active carbon, and reverse osmosis. Now you may be asking, what is so significant about wastewater treatment for sanitation and hygiene? Without proper sanitation and hygiene, waste from individuals can contaminate a community's land and water. Also, there can be a spread of diseases that can cause widespread illness and death. Without proper sanitation facilities, people often are left with no choice but to live in and drink water from an environment contaminated with waste from potentially infected individuals. Now for some current stats and facts about wastewater hygiene and sanitation. According to National Geographic, in the world's least developed countries, only about 27% of the population has access to soap and water for hand washing. This picture is from the International Water Association and shows how many people lack access to sufficient sanitation and hygiene services in different regions around the world. This pie chart represents the percent of preventable illness if basic sanitation and hygiene resources were widely available around the world. Recently, the United Nations even recognized access to clean water and sanitation an essential human right. So what is being done to improve accessibility to safe sanitation and hygiene? For starters, the International Decade for Action Towards the Sustainable Development Goals renewed commitments from governments to accelerate progress towards safe sanitation and hygiene. There has also been more investments in infrastructure and sanitation facilities, as well as more available hygiene education. Also, civil society organizations are working harder to keep governments accountable and invest in water research and development. These are all of the sources I used to make this video. And that's it. Thank you for watching this video on the importance of access to safe sanitation and hygiene resources.